What's going on, team? This is Nick Wilder checking in with episode 3 of the Government Cheese Podcast. So I was driving in my car yesterday, headed to work in that good old Nashville traffic, and I thought about myself. I thought about my goals, what I wanted to do career-wise, with my business, with my podcast, with my family, financial goals, creative goals, all that kind of stuff. I was thinking about how can I get there to the certain level that I wanted to reach? Who could help me get there? What all I would need resource-wise? Just thinking about a variety of different things that involved my personal growth and things that pertain to me and my overall well-being. And it takes about 30 minutes to get to work for me. And I was just thinking about it, and I was thinking about it. Then, all of a sudden the thought hit me. And I was just like, man, when was the last time I thought about somebody else like this? When was the last time I said, man, what can I do for someone else? How can I help someone else reach what they want to reach? What can I do to make sure that someone else reaches their goals? As opposed to just me thinking about me all the time. And I thought about it, and I was just like, man, I haven't thought about someone else in that manner that wasn't directly related to me. Almost in, years. I couldn't even think of a specific time or date that I had that thought process about someone else's well-being outside of my own. And then it hit me, a reality of like, man, am I selfish? Am I secretly selfish? You know, do I secretly envy the idea of putting more into someone else's goals or dreams than my own? Not to say that I'm avoiding responsibility or anything like that, or I'm not considerate of how I feel that I need to be with my own life. But it kind of caught me off guard. I didn't really expect my thoughts to go that way, of me being selfish. And the one thing about being selfish, it's like, it's kind of a hidden thing. At least for me it was. You know, I'm not necessarily out here trying to stop someone from reaching their goals, right? I'm not out here trying to intentionally not help people, right? It's not on the front of my mind to say I'm not helping anybody. But I tend to find myself on the side of, if this doesn't help Nick, then I'll do it later. Because what matters right now is that I do what's best for Nick. And to some people, they may say, well, hey, it's not really a big deal. It's not a bad thing. But for me, I feel that it shouldn't be like that. Because even in my life, as of now, I can think about so many people that have really helped me in a lot of different ways, in ways that they didn't even have to. Like, people have really gone out of their way to help me when I've asked them to. And also, people have reached out to me and been like, hey, do you need help with this? Do you need help with that? Let me know how I can help you. And, you know, especially in the creative space, that's always like an ongoing trope. People always say, hey, man, let's collab, let's connect, let's link up. And it's just kind of a way of just saying, hey, what's up? Hi and bye. But there have been a few people that have really lived up to that. And as I was in my car, I was thinking like, wow, maybe I should start thinking about other people for a change. Maybe I should reach out to people who have certain things in place, right? To people who aren't necessarily users, right? Obviously, but I could be way more of a help to people than I am being at the moment. And this is really just like a point of reflection for me, because, when I think about where I want to go, right, back to the top of what I was saying earlier, when I think about where I want to go and who I want to be, I can't do that alone. I can't do that by myself. I can't just go out here and be a one-man band, so to speak, and just push my way forward. I mean, I guess I could, but it may take much longer, and it may take more blood, sweat, and tears as opposed to just building a relationship with someone that I've actually helped. I don't want to be selfish. I really don't. But one thing about social media is that I've noticed it's given all of us kind of like this outward view of people's lives, and it makes it so easy to just kind of jump in that realm and just kind of do as the Romans do, right? And just post your best work, post your best highlights, post the best moments of your life, and then just window shop people's lives and just scroll and just comment. And it's like, what is he doing? Why is she wearing that? I could have did that, and we have to be careful not to just take that digital mindset of reality as it relates to a social media app and not make that the paradigm of our lives in reality. Because in truth, most people need help with something, but most people may have too much pride to actually ask. And some people may be too selfish to actually reach out to someone and say, hey, what do you need? Even with my wife, like, what if I just said, hey, for this month, whatever you want to do, I'm game. This month is focused on you. One of my best friends. What if I reached out to him and said, hey man, listen, I know you're trying to do this. How can I help you with that? What can I do? Do you need me to post something? Do you need me to wear a t-shirt? Do you need me to make you a video? Do you need me to just talk to you? Do you want to just kind of brainstorm? People that I respect. Hey, listen, I love what you're doing with this and that, your nonprofit or whatever. What can I do to help that? How can I be a part of something that has nothing to do with me? And see, what I want to do is be in a position to where I have no envy in my heart or no jealousy in my heart towards anything or anybody. And I think being a person who is willing and able to be a help absolves a lot of that emotion. Because to be completely honest with you, when you're in a certain space of business, it doesn't really matter what it is. You can't really help but to play the comparison game. You can't help but to say, oh, he's doing it that way. Maybe I should do it that way. Oh, she's doing it this way. Oh, he has, I don't know. I'm in the media space and man, he has a pretty big camera. His work isn't that good though. I'm better than him. And it kind of comes back to that almost that sense of like being insecure, right? But a better response would be, hey man, listen, I've checked out your work online. I love what you're doing. You need any help with anything ever? Do you need me to come help you out, or can I come out and offer my services to you? Because I love what you're doing. I love what you're working with, and I love to be a part of that in any way, shape, or form. And then watch this, for free. And when you say for free, that's like a cuss word in 2024. For free, what? You know, I had a friend. We do video together, and one day I said, "Hey man, listen, let's go up to one of these schools, man, and see if we can offer, you know, these schools some free work." There were some public schools, and they had said that they needed some video work for some kind of community event that they were doing, and they didn't really have a huge budget to pay. And I said, "Hey man, let's go up there and let's do it." And he was like, "Okay, how much are they charging?" And I was like, "Oh, well, they're not charging anything." But he's like, "Oh no, I can't do that. No, I can't do that. I gotta get my money." And I was like, "Well, okay." And I didn't do it either. You know, he kind of talked me out of it. But that's kind of the nature of the beast, so to speak, when it comes to, you know, at least America, right? This whole capitalistic mindset. And by no means am I saying you shouldn't be out here and trying to make the best for yourself. But what I am saying is that we all need each other in some way, shape, or form. You know, I don't think that humanity can thrive with all of humanity living on their own little islands and silos. Like, you never really know what a relationship can do. And 9 times out of 10, I think the best way to build a relationship is to reach out to a peer or a friend or a mentor or a stranger and say, "Hey, this is who I am. This is what I do. Can I help you with something today? Can I help you finish something? Is there something that you're working on that I can help you with? Teach me how to help you. What can I do to help you?" I think that builds a great sense of character, and it gives me a mindset of saying that, hey, at the end of the day, if I'm always willing to help somebody, I don't ever have to worry about having that insecure feeling of I'm not good enough. I'm not as great. You know, I'm losing. I'm behind. I don't have time to help people. I need to focus on me because I need to get to where I need to get to. And in reality, I don't want to have that mindset. I don't want to be just so me-minded that I just throw away the opportunity to collaborate and to work and just to assist someone. And to be completely honest, there's really no greater feeling than helping somebody who really needs it. I can remember someone asked me for some money. It wasn't a whole lot. And they told me how much they needed. And I was like, I can give them this. You know, so I gave them the money and they gave it back within the time frame that they said. And then they called me and they said, "Man, listen, you do not understand how much I needed that. I really appreciate you for that. That really helped me." And they just went on and on and on. And I was just like, man, it was $75, you know. But it's just like it's the gesture of that person knowing that, man, I was in need of something. And Nick helped me. At the end of the day, it's the fact that you helped me. And when you really help somebody who really needs it, man, it is a great feeling, you know, because I don't want to live a selfish life. I don't want to get all that I feel I need to get first and then start helping people, right? A lot of times we use that excuse. Like, man, okay, I don't really have the capabilities of helping people right now, but let me get this, let me get that, let me get this. And once I get all of that, then I'll start to see how I can help. But I've realized that the more you put something like that off, the more inclined you'll be not to do it. And you'll start making excuses as to why you shouldn't. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I do not want to do that at all. So my only message today is to try to be as unselfish or selfless as you can today. Just today. We'll worry about tomorrow. Let's try our best to not focus on what we have and not to belabor the point of what we could lose if I help somebody, right? And I think that helps with relationship building too. Just reaching out to somebody and just calling them and saying, hey, listen, you're on my mind today. I saw you doing this thing with such and such. Do you need help with that? Can I help you with that? 9 times out of 10, if you offer help to someone, they're going to say yes. Again, don't let people take advantage of you. But you know when someone is being honest about a situation in which they could use your help, and it's all fair, and it feels right, and it feels good. I can't really think of another time in my life that I helped someone and it hurt me. I can't think of a time where I helped someone and I regretted it. I really can't. Because I think it does something else. You know, I think that type of initiative is like a soul healing process. You know, a lot of days I feel empty. I feel, sad. I feel like unmotivated. And I've noticed when I feel like that, me personally, I also realize that I'm at the absolute least position, or how can I say this? When I feel that way, when I feel down and things like that, I realize also that I'm not helping anyone either. I don't really have a mindset to help anyone. In other words, what I'm saying is when I feel those ways, it's normally preceded by, an entire week, month, 6 months of extreme selfishness. I've absorbed myself so much into my own self that I can only really see myself. And now I'm making little things, big things, because I've made myself my own world and I've closed myself off to even looking to help anybody else. And that isn't a great feeling. It's not a good feeling to be in the position of not only feeling like you can't help yourself, but once you get to that point, you also feel like you can't help anybody else. And ironically enough, you need someone to kind of get you out of that funk, right? And so I think relationships and partnerships and all that kind of stuff, it's vital. It's vital to anyone that is trying to do anything that's worth anything. I really do want to make that a new part of my life and a new part of me. I don't want to live my life anymore just thinking about waking up. Okay, Nick, what am I doing for myself today? How can I make myself great today? I want to get into a mindset where I'm actually saying, how can I help someone today? How can I help someone just as much as I want to help myself? Because I'm not there yet. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I'm not there yet, but I'm working on it. And hopefully you're working on that too. Maybe we can help each other. Who knows? I don't know. I don't know how to end this. But I guess I can end it this way. So a lot of people, are trying to figure out what's the secret to life? What's the secret to, success? And what's the big secret? What's this thing that I don't know that seems to be something that's getting people ahead? I think that the secret to my life is just simply me realizing that I'm not the only one in it. I'm not the only one that's in my life. And I'm not the most important person that's in my life. But what do you think?